Good evening, everyone, and welcome to KOCT TV's coverage of a long-standing neighborhood rivalry. It's the Oceanside Pirates versus the El Camino Wildcats. I'm John Trey J. Jadnak, along with my good friend Joshua Galeai. These two Oceanside-based programs know each other like the lines on the football field. El Camino High School opened in the mid-1970s as the East Campus of the district, eventually becoming El Camino and donning the Wildcats brown and gold. Meanwhile, the Pirates of Oceanside, established back in 1926, have logged one of the highest all-time win totals in San Diego County history. The rivalry has heated up in recent years, although El Camino has won each of the last 5 showdowns since 2004. The balance has shifted toward Oceanside with 13 wins to El Camino 6. On the year, the Pirates enter tonight at a 5-4 overall mark and undefeated in league play at 3-0. The Wildcats come in 1-7 overall, 0-2 in the league. And tonight, we'll watch more than just another game. We're going to see two programs with deep local roots, plenty of emotion, and bragging rights on the line. Josh, give us a real story and the facts, will you, buddy?
Well, I'll tell you what the fact is that this place is packed. I haven't seen the game this packed for years. The last 5 years have went to El Camino, but I'm not sure what the story is going to be tonight. So if I can give you a quick rundown of what I would say Oceanside is walking in with, they're walking in with a huge squad with a lot of depth. And El Camino is walking in with a whole lot of injuries right now, including 2 out of the 3 Sengas. We got Blake Senga out and Micah Senga out. 2 huge blows to the El Camino team on both sides of the ball. But I would tell you this rivalry has been renewed. You know, everything from we see the shirts that Oceanside is wearing. We have transfers from one school going to another school. We have kids that actually have family members that go to the opposite school. And we also have made it official because there was a diss track that was put out in regards to Oceanside from El Camino. So it's a full-blown rivalry that is happening. But it's a great rivalry. These kids have been playing together for years. Actually, this group of seniors that are coming on in, I've watched them play ever since they were on the same flag team together. And so while it's a rivalry, it's definitely a family vibe. Regardless of whatever the records are, everything gets tossed out, and we are going to get a hugely competitive game, even without the 2 stars from El Camino tonight. If you're not here, you're missing out.
So are you saying this is a Super Bowl tonight?
It don't matter if a team comes in defeated. Both of these teams want this more than anything else. This does have playoff implications, and so Oceanside currently right now is ranked 4th in the Division 1. A win would put them into the 2nd or 3rd seed. Right now they're in the 4th seed and would look at a matchup between them and Point Loma, who is currently undefeated.
So it's just going to get, what you're saying is we're at the Wildcats home, but it could very well get wild tonight.
Yeah, it's the Wildcat home, but you see on Oceanside, they got their home shirts on, and it says O-side versus everybody. It's only about 5 miles apart from both of these schools, and so they both feel like they're at home tonight. If you take a look at the Oceanside stands, it is completely packed, as well as the El Camino stands. About to be standing room only.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great night. Plenty of good football coming here. Right out of Oceanside and El Camino High School, the Wildcats.
And speaking of the diss track, we got the 2 performing right now, Joe Taulau and Ryan Enna, both former El Camino Wildcats that are performing their track right now.
I hope we got that on camera. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm sure you can. Yeah, they got it going on down on the field.
They reference being the city champs. They definitely have been that the past 5 years. Oceanside looking to change the tide and take the championship back to Pirates Cove.
And they've had it. But it looks like Oceanside has made a little bit of a turn this year. It's definitely different than it was last year.
You know, Oceanside has a lot of talent. And as you take a look right here at El Camino running on out in the all-black uniforms, black helmet, all the way down to the socks, looking like they are ready for battle. But Oceanside is deep, man. So if you take a look at them last year, they were very young. They had 4 freshmen that were suiting up for them. All of those freshmen are now sophomores that get a lot of playing time. And starting off with the quarterback, Anthony Bacanero, looks like he's definitely developed. And just the list of skill that he is surrounded with. You start off with S.J. Pomele, very explosive. Every time he touches the ball, he's putting up 20 yards, whether that be through a handoff or that be through a pass. Then you got Neke Latuli, probably one of the best backs in San Diego County. And he's looking at about 100 yards every night. And then they also got a backup running Exodus, you know, that rounds out those 4 horsemen that came in as freshmen last year. And we got these D1 talents that we haven't even talked about yet. Kamani Nua at the receiver, Easy Tokyo. He already has a scholarship to Washington. And then if you go to the O-line, Lincoln Mangel has about every school in the country just trying to go after him at left tackle. But not to say that El Camino doesn't have talent. If you take a look at those captains that are coming out right there, Gavin Wasserman, the returning quarterback, he was actually our player of the game last year after just transferring from San Marcos, came up and had a big game, actually rushing and running. I think he had over 100 yards last year in the rivalry game. You got King Philo. He's headed out to northern Arizona, a big body, smart player that knows where to be and is one of the captains of this team. And then one of my favorite players, Anthony Senga. You know, while I was talking to Coach Hobbs, he said, man, there's probably no player that is smarter, that has the IQ that Anthony has. And so even with those gaps that they have with the other 2 Sengas, they still remain confident with who they have fielding tonight.
And there goes the coin toss. There it is. So it looks like Oceanside. Oh, they're going to turn it over to El Camino. They want to receive. The Wildcats going to receive. Oceanside will be kicking off here in just a couple of minutes.
Oceanside comes out and defers. I mean, every time that I'm coming into a game, I'm looking to defer. I want the ball in the second half. Oceanside anxious to get their defense out there. The defense has a lot of talent, including some transfers that have came over from El Camino.
Yes, we're getting ready now for the national anthem.
Please remain standing and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem by the El Camino Chamber, directed by Miss Vanessa Garraz.
Stand by.
We're getting real close to kickoff time.
Man, I don't know if the cameras have spanned this, but if you take a look at those sidelines over there, man, the sidelines are packed. It's youth night tonight here at Herb Meyer Stadium, and we got all of the teams from Oceanside Pop Warner, including our cheer team, on the sidelines, and it's a beautiful sight. We have everything from the 8U all the way up to the 14U that's here today supporting this city rivalry. You can definitely see the alliances happening now with people in the same program, the Pop Warner program, but you see some on the El Camino sideline, some on the Oceanside sideline, and it's beautiful. You know, what I enjoy is that we just see this entire community out here, and that's what it's all about. You know, I was talking to Joe Taulau about the diss track that he had put out, and it's awesome, man. It triggered people to be here, you know, so he did his job. They're here. They're here.
Okay, so both teams are taking the field, getting ready for this kickoff.
And set to kick off for Oceanside is Kaimani Nua. We talked about him earlier. Kaimani's actually headed to West Point, and last week he had a crucial play against Poway where he walked down somebody about 80 yards. You know, just the resilience in there. And the growth that player has had is something that Fale has said that he's really appreciated watching over the years.
Here we go. It's away. And that one is not going to be brought back.
That one downed in the end zone by Omega Cruz, a junior.
Well, with a kickoff like that, I'm sure he's recruited.
I mean, he can do it all. I mean, that dude can boot it out there. You're going to see him line up at wide receiver. You'll also see him playing safety. And I'm not sure which one that he's going to West Point for, but, I mean, any one of those roles, you know, he would be a great addition to any team. And it don't hurt that he's coming in about 6'3".
Okay, and back at quarterback for El Camino, Gavin Wasserman, number 12. And they're lining up. Looks like we're going to have a run here at first. Let's see. Shotgun offense. And it is a run right up to the right side. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards, 2-3 yards.
Yeah, that was given off to number 31. We don't have him on the roster. That could be a Jono Navarez. Somebody that Coach Hobbs had brought up, a 31 not on the El Camino roster. We'll get that name for you here in a second. El Camino looking to come out and control in the trenches, something that they're very well known for, you know, taking the ball and they're just pounding up the gut.
And what do we have, timeout? Problem on the field maybe?
I'm going to get that name for us real quick.
So right now we're looking at a 2nd and 6. Right here in the first quarter. Welcome to the game with the Pirates and the Wildcats. Wildcats with the ball. First possession. There's a snap, shotgun, throw up the middle. Number 31's got it. And he's close to a first down.
They're going to take that. They're going to jam it up. 31 is not on the roster. I'm taking a guess right now and saying that that's Jono Navarez, somebody that Coach Hobbs had talked about that would get an opportunity at the running back.
So that was a first down. 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Wildcats. Little first quarter action from Oceanside on KOCT. Once again, the shotgun. Kind of low. Running to the left. No gain. Wasserman kept the ball there and ran off to the left.
Heads up play by Wasserman. That could have been bad. I mean, he was able to control it. It was a bad snap. He was able to take control of it. And it was met there by Easy Tokyo. Looks like for a half-yard loss.
Right here in the first quarter, and already we have about 10 minutes left. Live from El Camino High School. There's the snap and the throw up. Ooh, left side.
Catch.
Was he in bounds?
You saw the single-handed
look
catch.
like it.
Oh, no good.
So we're coming up 3rd down, 3rd and 10.
That's Mael Willingham. Had the attempt for the one-handed catch. Pirates coming out with a too-high look. Cover 2.
There's the snap. Going upfield. Pressure. Caught. Down. It'll be 4th down.
That's a Kilhern on the tackle. Coming downhill. Kilhern, a returning starter. They were actually missing him at the beginning of the year. Kilhern had went out to Florida with one of the other players, Anthony Parks, I believe. But his return has allowed them to be a lot more confident with the DBs, something that they struggled with early on in the season with a couple of other younger DBs that they had with the Kilhern. They are confident that they could utilize a whole bunch of different looks on this defense.
So now we're going to have a punt. Little high. He got it away. Going to take a bounce and roll. And going to be stopped right about the 20-yard line. So now the Pirates get their first offensive play on that.
The two that were back to return for the Pirates on that was S.J. Pomela and a Carter Stanton.
And who is that punted it? Number 1. I don't see that on the roster.
I saw a Lincoln, and I was surprised because a couple of years ago when I talked to Coach Hobbs, he had mentioned he doesn't like to give out the number 1. But we do see somebody down there with the number 1 now, a very popular number. If you take a look at Max Prep's, number 1 is listed as Lincoln. So we'll go with that until we get corrected.
Pirates coming up here with their first snap of the day from the 20-yard line.
Pirates O-line is huge up front. That's a look at that sophomore quarterback, Anthony Barcanero. Going with the audible. Didn't like something that he saw right off the bat. Bringing Neke back into the running back slot.
He gives it to him right up the middle. Breaks it to the right side. He's got some running room. 37-yard line. So that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Was that a 17-yard run on the first play?
That was a great run. Neke has really nice vision. He saw the cutback on that. And so many lanes opened up, man. They got a huge line. If you look across that line, man, they all look like they 3+ except for that center. Opening up some lanes for Neke Latuli.
So here we go, the second snap. 1st and 10, Pirates. Sweeping off to the left. And it's going to be, oh, he got away.
To SJ.
Look at that. Runs out of bounds at, 49, 50-yard line. That defensive line there for El Camino. Lamia Fausua.
I think it's Nehemiah Fasua
All right. David Ibanez.
and David Ibanez.
Ibanez. John Abernathy. Easy for me. Aaron Garcia. That's on the front line.
That on the run right there was S.J. Pomela, about a 12-yard gain on a jet sweep. They're going to look to take advantage of that against Rancho Bernardo. He had a couple huge gains. Some crucial moments off of that same jet sweep. Call that rip race.
1st and 10, 48. Wildcats moving. Another handoff up the middle. Got a few yards, maybe 5. And El Camino's roster here in the defense, linebacker Georgie Fasua, number 6. Kingston Philo, number 8. And then Misa, number 7, also a linebacker. Okay, we're going to head down to the sideline. I think right after this play.
What's your favorite cheer or chant to start the game?
My favorite chant is it's kickoff time, so let's stand up. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's so fun. How does it feel to represent your school out here tonight, especially knowing that it's the last football game of the year?
Oh, don't mention that. That's so sad. But I feel so happy that I can represent my school in such a beautiful way and competitively. I feel so amazing out here tonight, although it's my last game.
That's so great. Thank you so much here for joining us. Back to you guys up in the stands.
Okay, and that was a loss of about a yard for the Pirates. Defensive backs for El Camino. Number 3, Elijah Randall. Got Shea Chase, number 25, Anthony Sega, number 4, and number 10, Emmanuel Aguiman. Here we go, 2nd down, Pirates. Snap in the back. Running off to the left. And is he going to throw? He threw. And it was dropped. So it brings up a 3rd down.
Bacaneros pass intended for Kamani Nua. Bacaneros definitely been working on his scrambling. Was able to get free. Found some open space. And Nua just unable to come up with that. Excellent way to buy time for the sophomore.
All right, let's head down to the sidelines for Eileen Frazier.
Hi, this is Leslie Garcia here with KOCT TV on the El Camino sidelines. I am here with
Principal Frazier.
Oh, welcome. Okay, and how do you feel knowing you're such a big part of today's rivalry?
I'm so excited. This is just one of the most awesome times of the year where we play our Oceanside Pirates, so it's a great game.
Yes. And do you have any plans for Halloween or after this game?
Actually, I'll be working tomorrow night because our volleyball team made it to the playoffs, round 2. So
That's really good. Okay, and what's the most stressful part of the game today for you?
the crowd. There's so many people out here, but it's a fun time. Everybody's having a good time.
Okay. Growing up, have you ever played a part in today's rival?
I didn't hear.
Today, have you played a game?
Yeah, I think part of it comes down to working with our coaches and our athletic director, even the principal over at Oceanside, to make sure that tonight goes smoothly.
Okay. Thank you for sending it back to the crew with Josh and John.
All righty, with that play, a gain of a first down. That was a 4th and 1 for the Pirates. And they went up there about 6 yards. So they're at the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. Heading in the direction of that end zone. Are they going to do it? So here we go, 1st and 10, first quarter, live, El Camino High School. There's a snap going right up the middle, a lot of ground. And I think we got another first down coming for the Pirates.
That's Neke Latuli. He's just finding them lanes. You know, they're coming out in the 40 front for El Camino, and they're just getting gashed right now. Neke Latuli looked to me like a young LaDainian Tomlinson. You know, he's able to take the hits, and he's finding the lanes, and he just has those legs that are continue to move. I mean, if you take a look at this kid, man, he really has that same kind of body type that LT had in his days with the Chargers.
And here we go, 2nd and 2 for the Pirates. In the snap, going to toss for into the goal, into the end zone.
Oh.
Did he catch it?
Incomplete.
Incomplete pass. So we're going to have a 3rd and 2.
That was a nice ball. They were trying to take advantage of that one-on-one out there on the edge with Kaimani Nua being lined up against number 16, Jaden Neal, on the coverage for the Wildcats. That looks like a mismatch that they're going to try to take advantage of here early on. You got one man on a 6'3" kid that can go up and make the grab, but doesn't make it on that one. His 2nd drop of the night.
Pretty good pass by Bacanero, though.
Bacanero's nice, man. I mean, he's been playing 7-on-7 with the 760 team for years. Him and Coach Pomele.
Up the middle, going close, and that's a first down. We're going to have a 1st and goal for the Pirates.
Yeah, man, that's part line, that's part naked, man. His feet just don't stop moving. I'd say that's about like a 10-yard gain right there. 8 of those coming after contact for the sophomore. I'm trying to keep these unofficial stats right now, but Neke has about 5 carries right now, about 50 yards here in the first quarter.
So it looks like we're at about the 7 or 8 yard line. Went up the middle, maybe a yard or two. Going to bring up 2nd down. Just under 4 minutes left of this first quarter of the great yearly match between El Camino and Oceanside.
That was to number 34. It says Anthony Parks, but I got a feeling it's Kasane Barrington, one of the transfers from El Camino.
Here's a snap. Are we going up the middle? No, going to the left. And that one did not work, but they got about a yard. So we're going to have about a 3rd down and 4 yards to the end zone.
Yeah, on the carry that time was Exodus Ta'ele, their bruising back. You know, if they had a fullback system, he would be that F and Neke would be that tailback. Really a 3-headed monster. I mean, other teams might consider SJ like a tailback, you know, and then you got Exodus out there, that fullback, and Neke is a great all-around back.
Here we go. 3rd and goal. Running to the, and a pass.
That pass incomplete, intended for Kamani Nua. Good coverage on the play by the El Camino defense. They were trying to get 6. I mean, I'm not sure. It looks like they're getting a play. Oceanside looking to keep their foot on the gas. They're like, nah, we ain't going for the field goal. We about to punch this in, try to get 6 on the board here early. Could potentially be a big stand for El Camino.
If they stop him.
And you don't want to get this crowd into it. This crowd is jam-packed on this El Camino sideline. Oceanside taking a timeout.
Yep. Time out on the field. 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter, live coming to you on KOCT. You are watching live on the KOCT Sports Live Network from El Camino High School in Oceanside.
You know, anything can happen in these rivalry games, you know, on both ends of the spectrum. You could have people that come out and just have the jitters. You know, I mean, they're anxious. They're not making plays that they typically might. And then on the other end of the spectrum, hey, you have people that come here to make plays. Legends are born in these rivalry games. And this is a huge down right here.
And after the timeout, looks like they're going for it.
They're going to go single coverage on Kaimani again. It looks like they're talking about it. Nobody on him right now. I didn't even take that snap. There's a timeout. Hobbs saw it. Hobbs saw it.
And he called a timeout.
All right, wait, we're going to regroup. Hobbs did not like what he saw. Kaimani ain't going to drop a third one in a row. At least that's what his thought was.
And by the way, this year's rival football game, Oceanside High versus El Camino, being recorded and broadcast live on Cox Channel 18 and streaming worldwide on KOCT.org by KOCT, which is the voice of North County, your local Oceanside channel. The rival game will be aired for the whole month of November on Cox Channel 18 and at KOCT.org.
Here comes Oceanside taking the field again. Oceanside known for a lot of movement before the plays. They like to get the defense set up and get them moving, see what kind of look that they get.
Here we go, the snap running right up the middle. Did not make it. El Camino very happy right now.
Huge stop for El Camino. They try to come out in a, looked like they had a wing and an H-back in Tokyo and Josh Jones. Had them try to pull. Nickett went behind that, just didn't find any room. And a huge stop for El Camino.
Yep, they're going to take it over.
Tough field position. They're at the 4-yard line.
Right. So let's see what they come out with. Let's see what is happening. What is Wasserman going to do? Do we have a timeout? Another timeout by El Camino?
Timeout. El Camino. Second timeout.
What, they just wanted to see what Oceanside was going to do? Is that it, or?
Wanted to see
What do you
that
think?
look. Do you think this would be a good time to go through the rest of the starting lineups?
Would you please?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go through the defense for Oceanside. Starting at the defensive end, number 52, Jamison Garrison. Hezekiah Wells, one of their captains, a senior, very active player. Then we got Abraham Selmalo, Mase Sitangata, rounding out the D-line in the trenches. At the linebackers, we got Levi Fasili, Easy Tokyo, the Washington commit, Hector Saldana for the other outside linebacker. And then the DBs, I'll quickly go through it. Akil Hearn, we've heard his name already. Micah Falatoy, Kaimani Nua, and Noel Hernandez.
And here we go with the snap. 1st and 10 from about their 4-yard line. El Camino, there's a snap. Pass up the middle, caught, running all the way to the 18-yard line.
That pass completed to Omega Cruz, the junior. About a 13-yard reception. On the coverage was Levi Fasili, coming up with the tackle after a first down for the Wildcats.
Wildcats got some room now. 1st and 10. Yeah, we look at the 17. Here's a snap. Going to run up the middle. And a gain of about 2 yards, and there's a flag.
Looks like they're going to call a face mask on one of them. That ball was handed off to El Camino's own sophomore, Ryan Hamilton. And just to give you the history around this, okay, Ryan Hamilton, a sophomore for El Camino. So just picture this Pop Warner team. This same Pop Warner team had S.J. Pomele, Neke Letuli, Exodus Taile, and Ryan Hamilton, all on the same team. I mean, that team ended up going out to Florida. They were coached by Tana Viena, the running Pirates. Just a wealth of talent from that team that you're going to be seeing over the next couple of years throughout CIF.
Ball's at 25. Here's the snap. Going to run again. And nowhere. It almost sounds like you're involved in this football, Joshua.
You know, I dabble in it a little bit. I like to follow these guys as they navigate through. I appreciate the talent that is coming out of Oceanside.
I don't think dabble is the word.
And I think one of the goals for both of these programs is to really keep the kids at home. You see the home brand on the front of the Oceanside coaches. And that's a goal of Hobbs as well, and Fale, is to keep our kids home, man. We got so much talent, and they're going off to some of these private schools, you know, schools out of the area. And we're really trying to make Oceanside great again, you know, El Camino and Oceanside, to be the teams that people are feared. And I think that they're on the right track right now.
Sure looks like it. Second down, snap, dropping back, pass caught at the 30, 35, 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Pirates.
So that pass completed to Omega Cruz. That's Gavin Wasserman's favorite target right now with the loss of Micah Senga. Omega had a 200-yard game and a 150-yard game just recently, and is starting to make his own splash onto the scene. That is Omega Cruz, Jr.
1st and 10. Wildcats at the 40. And that's the end of the first quarter. Just like that. And the score at the end of the first quarter, 0-0. What an exciting quarter.
Yeah, Oceanside had a chance to pop it in there. You know, they got real close within the 5-yard line. Unable to convert on that opportunity. And the momentum kind of shifted at that point. You know, you heard the fans kind of getting into it. The Wildcats started to build some belief, you know, that they were in this game.
So far, 0-0 as we get ready for the second quarter to start. Give you a little history. Back in 1991, El Camino set a program record by scoring 63 points in a playoff quarterfinal win over the Pirates. 1991, 63-27, Josh.
Yeah, man, the talent used to just roll through here. I think that team had like 3 dudes that went to the NFL. That was like the Booker, them, and Westbrook, and it's talented.
Second quarter, hand off up the middle for 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 coming up for the Pirates.
Yeah, that carry was off to Jono Navarez, taken down by number 22 from the Pirates, Hector Saldana.
So Wasserman's back in another shotgun offense, dropping back, throwing way down the field, almost intercepted.
Ooh.
And there's a flag, and who is it on? Was there a holding on Oceanside or what?
There's an opportunity right there. It looked like Micah Falatoy was about to go up and intercept that. Ends up getting tipped out by Akil Hearn. And then there was contact on the receiver, which now results in a pass interference. tough break for the Pirates
15 yards.
as that results in a first down for the Wildcats. Pass was intended for Anthony Senga of the Wildcats, and you're starting to hear that it's EC time here in the stadium.
Yeah, and they are in the Pirate territory for the first time this game. Offense on the move for the Wildcats. Here's a snap. And up the middle. Gain of about 3.
Yeah, they're going to continue to chip away. That's Ryan Hamilton for about a 3-yard gain for the Wildcats.
Coming up on a second and about, no, they're saying, second and 7, I think. Here's a snap, going to be a pass or a run, and it is a run up the field, but there is a flag. Wasserman got all the way down to, I don't know, maybe 27, 30-yard line, and looks like it's coming back. Holding on the Wildcats.
Yeah, so it looked like the Wildcats try to come out and catch the Pirates on a screen. Wasserman sees them jump on Hamilton and decides to scramble himself for a very nice scramble. Unfortunately, Matai Tapuloa called for the holding that brings them back to now 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats.
Ball's at the 45 of the Pirates. And we have something on the field.
Looks like there's a little bit of confusion out there. Wildcats come out in a empty 5-receiver set. Something you don't traditionally see out of this team. 34 enters in the ball game for the Wildcats. 34 is also not on the roster.
Here we go, and he's run to the right, throws back, and it's incomplete.
Wasserman scrambling out, thought that he saw something. Fasili ends up jumping on it, but unable to come up with the interception. Big break for El Camino. Gives them a 3rd and long. We're still scoreless here in the second quarter. As mentioned, Wasserman, last year's player of the game, is dangerous, putting the ball up in the air and also scrambling. The reason for so many people that are not on the roster is we have a lot of injuries. The Wildcats have a lot of injuries and had to bring some players up.
So here we go, 3rd and about 12. Here's the snap. Wasserman drops back, goes up the middle. Incomplete. He kind of overthrew that one a little bit. That's going to bring up a 4th and 12. Looks like we have a punt coming up.
Yeah, it was interesting on that. It looked like the DB had a chance to pick that up, ends up ducking instead of going for the interception. That's number 14, Capena Sato. Not sure, but Pirates could have had a couple of turnovers. Just not taking advantage of those. Back to return for the Pirates on the punt is S.J. Pomele and number 28, Carter Stanton.
So that is Adam Spencer with a punt, down and received and running. Still on his feet to the 23, 24-yard line.
That kid is fearless, man. I mean, like the punt
He
return.
has to be.
I've never done
What
punt
is he
return.
doing?
But they got 3 dudes running right at him. Most people would have called it a fair catch. That dude took the ball and ends up getting an additional 10 yards at least off of that, giving the Pirates field position at the 25-yard line. That's that dude, S.J. Pomeli.
And here we go. Pirates got the ball back. Little under 10 minutes in this second quarter. Snap, handed, going right up the middle, and maybe 3 yards, maybe 4.
They give it to Neke Latuli. He runs up that right side, going behind Lotu Selmalo and Jamison Garrison. Looks like about a 4 or 5 yard gain for Latuli. We're gonna say 4. Unofficial stats up here.
You mean from the eyeballs?
But we're gonna try and get you something to work with.
Okay, we got a second and about 6 yards to go. Snap, pass, and it's caught right there at the first down marker, and kind of looks like from here like it should be a first down at the 35, the Pirates. Let's see how they call it. It is 1st and 10.
Barcanero completes that pass to Noel Hernandez, the slot on the left side for the Pirates for a first down.
All right, let's go on down to the sidelines.
Hi, I'm Sammy Smith, Junior Wildcat, over here with my guests.
I'm Mia.
Jada.
So what are you girls doing here tonight?
Tonight we are here to represent the OPW of Pop Warner.
Yes, we're here to represent OPW cheer and here to have fun.
So I'm guessing by your colors that you girls are going to be going to OHS next year. Are you girls excited?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your favorite aspect about cheer?
I love that we just get to have fun, cheer on our team, and go to competitions.
Yes, I love how we all get together and we get to just represent OPW.
That's awesome. Have you girls ever went to any championships before or no?
Yeah, I have.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining me here tonight, and I hope that the game goes well. Back up to you guys in the box.
Here we go, second down, 10. Caught behind the line. Loss of about 1 or 2 on that one.
Hey, those girls that were just giving the interview, those are the Smack City cheerleaders. They cheer for our 13U team for Oceanside Pop Warner. We got a conference championship this Saturday. 3 teams from the Oceanside Pop Warner will be playing, including the 11U Running Pirates, our 13U Smack City, and then the 14U Warriors will be representing Oceanside out there in Marietta.
Are you going to be there?
I will be there, and a former El Camino alumni, Nui Malesi, who coaches out there in Marietta, will also be in the building that night.
Here's the snap, by the way. We're at 3rd and 10, and it is caught down to the 45-yard line by number 9.
Kaimani Nua. Kaimani coming up with a big first down catch right there. Bacanero able to thread the needle. Bacanero, really a football junkie, man. He loves the game. He's played 7-on-7, 4 years. Has a lot of good chemistry with all of these receivers, running backs. You know, they've been on the field together for a while, and you're seeing that coming into play today.
Well, the Pirates are on the move again. Here we're in the second quarter. 6 minutes left. Kind of a high snap off the left side. Breakaway run. And that's a first down to the 32-yard line of the Pirates. Oceanside on the move again.
And that's Neke Latuli. He's fierce. And when you give him a line like Lincoln Mangeo and Spartan Laie, he's going to get those holes. And he hits it hard and is finding his way down the field. That one for about a gain of 13 for a first down for the Pirates. You know, typically in these games the past couple of years, it's been El Camino that's been on the pounding end on the ground. And the Pirates finding a running game here early in this year's rivalry game.
And there's a snap, and it's going to be a throw.
Way to step up.
Yeah. And it was close. No catch. Toss right close to the end zone. Didn't quite make it.
Bacanero showing good presence in the pocket. Looks like they got a holding call, however, after that.
On defense?
It looked like it was on the left side of the O-line.
Oh, two different. It's going to be second down, I believe. Oh. They moved it. Or no, it's back. Little confusing. So, 1st and 10. Or no, it's 1st and 15. And got a run going off
House
left
call.
side all the way in.
House call, S.J. Pomele.
Touchdown. Pirates. Oceanside runs it into the end zone.
That's the young king right there, S.J. Pomele. Soon as he gets that crease, that kid is house call. Great blocks on the edge. Pomele takes the jet sweep and goes 31 yards for the touchdown, putting the first points on the board for the Pirates. All that El Camino could see was them gold dreadlocks on his way to the end zone. We started hearing that chant, "It's EC time," and SJ said, "Nah, it's my time, baby."
Kick is good. That means we have a 7-0 lead for the Oceanside Pirates at the home of the Wildcats.
We talked about it before the game, man. S.J. Pomele is just explosive every time he gets the ball. The coach is looking for different ways to put the ball in that kid's hand. You'll see him in the return game. You'll see him getting passes. He'll also hit the run. That time, like I said, everything just worked. You know, those jet sweeps require there to be good blocking on the edge. And he got that. He got that little seam was all that he needed, and he hit that. House call. You know, you'll see from them Oceanside runners, man, not only are they powerful, you can just look at them and see that they're powerful with they got the big thighs and calves, but they are quick as well and fast, man. They hit that seam, they're out. Heavy dose of Neke Latuli and S.J. Pomele here on early. They are battling right now. The entire field is battling for the KOCT player of the game, which we are going to announce afterwards.
Oh, look at that. Look at that kick. And it down to the 12-yard line. He just dropped it on the field. Didn't kick it high. So the Wildcats got it and kind of dropped right there.
Yeah, he kind of muffled that. That's Omega Cruz that was back there to return. And, you know, I think that those are dangerous ones. You know, when you're on the kickoff team, you run down in these lanes. And then when you see somebody kind of muffle it, the players get out of those lanes. And then that creates people to get out of their assignments. And so for me, those are dangerous. But did not turn in El Camino's favor on that one.
There's a penalty against the Wildcats. Looks like it. So went back 5 yards, 1st and 10. They are at the 7-yard line. 1st and 10, handoff right. Where are they going? Nowhere. He got crushed there at about the, looks like 6 or 7 yard line. Gain of nothing. Brings up. Okay, so with 2nd and 10, let's go back down to the field.
Hi, it's Joshua Hernandez Ruiz, and I'm here from El Camino High School. I'm here with KOCT TV, and this is the El Camino sidelines. I'm here with
Rose Evans, Zamir Fasili, and we're from Oceanside High School.
Alrighty, do you guys have any score predictions for the rivalry game?
24-14.
I would say 7-14. Oceanside winning.
Alrighty, guys. Second question. Do you guys have any family or friends on the field today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got Levy, we got SJ, we got Matthias, and probably all the Samoans on our team are our cousins.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. And how does it feel? How does it feel that you're in a big rivalry game?
It feels good knowing we're on the right side.
Yeah, it's so hype, guys. Like, look at the score right now, 7-0.
Alrighty, guys. That's it for the questions here. Sending it back to Jack and Josh from the ECHS sidelines.
3rd and 10 pass.
Whoa.
And there's a flag.
Whoa. Looked like it might be a pass interference on Akil Hearn. He might have tugged on the jersey just a little bit. But in conversation with one of my ref homies this morning, he had mentioned that, hey, if you pull on the jersey, but it is not disruptive, then it shouldn't be a pass interference, which it did not look disruptive. I want to give a shout out to one of the girls that got interviewed. One of them was a Fasili, and on her dad's side would be Levi Fasili, the middle linebacker, and on the mom's side would be SJ Pomele. So a lot of genes running through with that last interview from that Fasili girl that is out here on the field today.
Okay, we got 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Pass off to the right side. Out of bounds. And it's a 1st down. Looks like a run of about 16 yards. Good pass. And there's another flag.
Looks like on the sideline.
Did he hit him out of bounds or what?
I think that there were some interactions over there with the people from the sideline on Omega that had came about. Omega is the spark tonight for the Wildcats. Him and Wasserman are connecting. Omega has 3 catches tonight for 13 yards or more and proves to be a spark for the Wildcats. So if you're the Pirates, we're looking to shut down one person, that may be the one that they would want to target.
So what are they doing?
Looks like Coach Fale is trying to get some clarity on what the call is.
There was only one foul on the play. Second flag picked up. We have a hold on the offense.
So which way are they going to walk? This one is against
Ouch.
the Wildcats.
That's rough. That wipes out that 13-yard gain by Cruz and takes them back to the 22-yard line where they would have been at the 37.
Right. So he caught it. The catch was good, but something happened out of bounds. And looks like came back 10 yards. So we got a 1st and 10. 22-yard line. Wildcats. Got 3.5 minutes left in this first half. Here's snap. Running back. Going to be a pass. Upfield. Too low.
Oh. Wasserman rolling out to his right. Felt the pressure from Hezekiah Wells and Jamison Garrison. Looks like they're going to get hit with the late hit. So the penalty that went just against the Wildcats, they get it back in the penalty against the Pirates. The most disciplined team is going to come out on top tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it. You know, it's these emotional battles between these programs. Like last year, El Camino edged Oceanside 21-17, continuing that tight battle that they have every year. So here we go. 1st and 10, 37-yard line, dropping back, pass up center, and dropped. And the good news is there's no flag. So we're going to have a 2nd and 10.
For those of you tuning in, it was mentioned to us there were a little bit of audio issues. We are looking to correct that here in the KOCT studio. We'll ensure that you can hear John's voice over here.
Just be careful. I might start singing. Then everybody will leave the stadium. Here's the snap. Going to try and run it right up the. Oh, and a breakaway run. Look at this. Right up the middle. Gain of about 15 on that one. So the Wildcats continue on the move. 3 minutes left. First half.
That's Jono Navarez. Looked like he was wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, able to break free for a 15-yard gain behind the blocking of Alejandro Avila and Matai Tapuloa.
1st and 10 Wildcats, 48-yard line of the Pirates. Here we go. Snap, dropping back, and caught in the backfield with a fumble. Who got it? Is it the Pirates? Who got this? All right, who got it? Looks like the Wildcats picked it back up.
Heads up play by Aiden Gilliam, the left tackle for the Wildcats. James Crespo bringing the pressure from that defensive end position, able to get his hand on Wasserman, which sets it free. But as mentioned, heads up play by Aiden Gilliam.
Here we are, 2nd and 16, 17 yards. Something like that. Wasserman stumbles back. Another loss. Wow, back to the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. Clock is moving, under 2 minutes. First half, 7-0. It's the Pirates over the Wildcats.
Costly play for the Wildcats. You know,
timeout.
That shotgun is tough, man. I mean, it gives you some time away from the trenches. However, you know, a lot of things can go wrong out of the shotgun. And as mentioned before, you know, El Camino's identity in years past typically has been a ground and pound. So seeing them come out in these empty sets and these trips is something new. Trying a little something new. I mean, they got this mobile quarterback, Gavin Wasserman, and it looks like he has good chemistry with Omega Cruz, but on that point, costly mishap with the shotgun snap.
It has been working, but it's been sputtering as well.
Yeah, there's been moments in there. Their O-line definitely is providing him with time on his passing plays. It's been kind of like a seesaw, man. They make a move, and then an error comes about. Brings up a 3rd and about 25.
Yeah. 3rd down.
Here with a minute 50 left in the second quarter.
Wasserman dropping back. What's he going to do? Is he going to run? Going to run. Ooh, and he got away. He might make it. Oh, he went out of bounds, but it was close. It was close. And even if that's a 4th and 2, you know they're going to take it. They're going to go for it. Yep.
We said 25. Wasserman got about 22 of them back.
Yeah, we're looking at 4th down and 3.
Pirates drop back into coverage. Nobody thinking that there would be a run play that would result from a 3rd and 25. Wasserman, great awareness, sees them drop back and sees the opportunity. Comes up just short of the 1st down. Wildcats looking to put some points on the board prior to going into the half. They're bringing out their punt. They're bringing out their punt.
Are they? But are they going to fake it?
Martin Tanguma into punt for the Wildcats.
What happened to Adam Spencer? What? Now they moved it back. They must have just taken too much time.
I think that they had challenged the spot of the run.
So we got a punt coming up. Minute 40 left, first half. Welcome to the game. Here's the punt, the snap, the punt. Fair catch called. And, ooh, that was stopped, I think, at the 1 yard line.
El Camino had a bounce go their way. Georgie Fasua on the coverage for the Wildcats downs it down at the 1 or 2 yard line. That ball sitting very close to the end zone for the Pirates. What you don't want to do is like a trick play right now that would result in a turnover, giving the Wildcats a score. I mean, that's all that they need right now is something to give them a little bit of momentum.
Yeah.
Give them life.
So we got a 1st and 10 for the Pirates, their own 2 yard line. And he's lined up right at the line. And right up the middle. And he's got some room up to the 10 or 11 yard line.
That's Nekaletuli, gives them a little bit of breathing room. Suffocated right there at the 2 yard line. Now gets them up to about the 12. You say that's a 9 yard
snap,
gain.
running to the right up the middle again. A few more yards. Clock continues to run. I think that'll be a first down. A little over a minute, 1 minute.
If that Pirates get the single coverage again, I could see them taking advantage of that out here.
Here's a snap. They're going to throw it.
They bring out a safety help.
Nope, going to get tackled right there. Dropped the ball. And did El Camino recover, or was he down?
Looks like he was down, but after about a 10-yard loss for the Pirates.
And they might let the clock run out here. We're at 23 seconds left in the first half, and looks like they're walking off. Yep, down to 10 seconds, getting ready for our halftime show. By the way, if you want to get some replay here, go to the KOCT.org for the game replay schedule. As we are coming to you live right now, El Camino Wildcats. And we are getting into halftime.
7-0 here at the half. And I believe that we will have an interview that will be happening in the midst of all this entertainment that is coming your way.
Are you going down
from
to the field?
El Camino? I don't know if I'm the right one to go all the way down. I think it's more of a John. They want to see John out there.
No. It's too hard for me to come back up the steps.
John was telling me he's going to a Halloween party tomorrow night.
I sure
First
am.
thing that came to my mind is, I wonder what John's going to be for Halloween.
Yeah.
We know he's going to sing something. We know he's going to bring that voice out. But what will Jedinak be dressing up as for Halloween?
And you know what? That's up to the wife to figure out.
Oh, the boss. The boss makes all the calls.
Absolutely. There you have it. Okay, let's go down to the sideline. Here we go.
Hi, this is Leslie Garcia here with KOCT TV on the El Camino sidelines. I'm here with
Adonis from Oceanside.
Hi, Don. Okay, so and today I'm going to be asking you, how would you describe this rivalry game?
Crazy.
Okay, and how confident are you in that your team will win?
100%.
That's good. Okay, and what is your score prediction for today?
21-0.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. What are your are there any Halloween plans after this?
Maybe celebrate with my friends. In and out.
Okay, and I'm gonna wrap it up now and send it back to John and Josh. Thank you.
Welcome. It is halftime. Going to have quite a celebration going on by El Camino High School Band and Beyond.
Here is the El Camino Golden Pride. We hope you have enjoyed the performance. The band would like to thank ECHS, the OUSD, and the ECHS band boosters for their continued support. Thank you. Now please give it up for your El Camino Comcast. Now please welcome to the field your ECHS cheerleaders!
Yeah, we're back. We're at halftime, and the score is 7-0. It's Oceanside Pirates ahead of El Camino Wildcats. And if you look down at the field, if you can see the field right now, we have fog that has rolled in. You remember all the heat we've been having the last few days? We get a little bit of that onshore flow now. And, yep, we got the fog. What do you want to say? Oh, you want to talk about this, the rest of this?
The fog?
No, halftime, the story about the food. We're getting ready to start second half here.
You know, I'm always down to talk about some food. You know, what you had brought up was the team meals that happened for the Pirates out the Elks Lodge, and that being a sponsorship. But I want to take it back to where it all kind of stemmed from. And so as you look at SJ's grandmother, Eloise Pomele, she used to have the entire team over there for spaghetti dinners the night before the games, Thursday night. And then that just turned into a tradition that her nephew, Fale Pomele, and it ended up continuing on when he came in. And now they have those dinners at the Elks Lodge. And he had mentioned to me that, hey, man, it's quality food. You know, they'll have some steak over there, some chicken a lot of the time, just some things to really nourish the players. But what it even does more than that is it builds a lot of bonding time for them together. And so, yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Auntie Eloise for really bringing that to the Pirates family. Uncle Sam opening their house over there on the east side to just helping start that tradition for the Oceanside Pirates, and it continues to live on through their nephew, Fale Pomele.
So Lincoln Maggio?
No, Eloise Pomele, who is the grandmother of S.J. Pomele.
Yeah, but they have a comment from Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Comment, okay?
Oh, okay.
And he said his favorite Elks Lodge dinner is spaghetti with garlic bread.
Oh.
Now, what he says, this is a quote, is, "It's cool for the Elks Lodge to open their doors to us every week for our team meals. I think a few of the head people over there are Oceanside alum at Elks. So that's really cool because, like they say, once a pirate, always a pirate."
That's right. That's right. I give a shout out to, you know, the Wildcats. They also have their traditions in regards to building chemistry. You know, one of the things that I like to talk to Coach Hobbs about is about literature. So he was a former English teacher that has now went on to become a PE teacher. And frequently am I asking him about, hey, what books should I take a look at? He mentioned Urban Myers, you know, who was a former national championship coach, coached at Ohio State and Florida.
Ohio State? They
Ohio
still have a
State.
team?
They got a kid from Carlsbad out there, Julian saying, that is just wrecking shop.
We'll see what happens with the Wolverines.
Yeah,
anyway,
we'll see.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Nah, they've tapped into a lot of talent here in North County. I mean, Chris Olave, who's now with the Saints, was at Ohio State as well. You know, so looking to build a pipeline. They're always one of the top teams. But Urban Meyer. And then the other book that he said that he read was Deion Sanders. I was like, bro, I didn't even know Deion wrote a book. And he said it was actually a great read. And so if you're looking to read a book.
And where did he go to school?
Deion Sanders, Florida State.
Okay.
The Seminoles. Yeah, you're trying to pop quiz me. Yeah.
That's what halftime's all about, isn't it?
Yep. And, you know, so Hobbs, just a very much a football junkie as well. I've used that term before, but he just enjoys the game and learning about it. And so those are two recommendations from him, Urban Meyer's book and Deion Sanders.
Well, so far so good. It looks like the fog is actually lifting a little bit as we get ready to start the second half, and that's going to be where the Pirates are going to be receiving to start the second half. And by the way, once again, the score is 7-0 Oceanside. Tough game. It's a great game. Great matchup between these schools. I am so happy and proud to be involved with this, to be able to see this type of thing, because it's great. What's the distance between them? 4 miles, did you say?
Yeah, 5 miles or less.
Yeah.
Close proximity to each other, a lot of family ties. Like I mentioned, some of these players have siblings that actually go to the rival school. You know, for example, I'll just toss one out, Kingston Philo. He's the starting linebacker for the Wildcats. His sister actually plays on the softball team at Oceanside. And so, you know, the rivalry is thick, but there's family ties on both sides of the field. A lot of these kids go to church together, too.
Well, here we go. Second half's about ready to start. There's the kickoff on the ground. And does it go out of bounds? It does. And that's a flag on that one. All right, we are ready to go back down to the field. Let's do it.
Hello, it's Yashra from El Camino, here with KOCT TV at the El Camino Sidelines. I'm here with
Kenja Wong,
Anna,
Ryan,
Elizabeth,
Thatcher.
Alrighty, guys. As one of the questions, how long did it take you guys to specifically do your guys' show?
About 4-ish months.
We've been doing this since like 2 weeks before school started, so probably like
what, 3-4 months? Around there.
And how did you guys enjoy your guys' show? Like, did you guys have fun with it? And did you guys like working like as like a marching band together?
Yeah. Oh, no, you're good.
No, it was kind of fun, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy, playing the music and all that, so it really makes me want to participate more in it.
It's a lot of fun. It is amazing, like being able to tell like a story with the music. Very emotional. I love the sound of the show. The way the music just swells. It's amazing.
And as a final question, do you guys have any like specific enjoyments about what you guys like to do as a marching band?
Meeting new friends.
Yeah, it helps me like get out more.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Probably one of the biggest things for me about marching band is the people. Because, like, yeah, doing the shows and winning is fun, but, like, personally to me, it's mostly about, like, the people I get to spend time with.
I love the competition so much. Yeah.
Yeah, going to competitions is a lot of fun. You get to travel to different schools, and you get to meet a bunch of new people. You get to compete.
Alrighty, guys. This is Joshua from the EC Sidelines, and Josh and John, back to you guys.
All right, here we are. Back up here, and it is third down for Oceanside, and they did not get it. That will bring up fourth down and probably a punt. Some of this third quarter action. A little under 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oceanside, go ahead.
It looked like they tried to come out and get into that jet sweep game again. They faked the sweep, went to naked, and then they had that incomplete pass to Kamani Nua. They said that it bounced off the floor. Just kind of summarizing the three plays that the Pirates went into coming out from the half. I want to thank our sideline reporters for the interview with the band team.
There's a snap and a punt. Dropped at about the 30-yard line, rolls down, probably settling at the 23. Wildcats get the ball back as we have started the second half.
So the Wildcats looking to get going. I mean, the things that have been working for them have been the passes to Omega Cruz, Wasserman scrambling out, and then also a Joe Navarez has really put himself into the conversation, getting a dose of him, a couple of breaks that he's had. So look to see one of those playmakers getting the ball as they try to put their first points on the board here tonight.
First and 10, 23-yard line. It's the Wildcats. First possession of the second half. Oceanside got the kickoff, and after about, I think it was one first down, just punted it back. And what do we have? Some motion?
Got some movement in the backfield. It's like Joe Navarez jumped off. But prior to that, they had to sub out Omega Cruz. The refs are heavy on like the uniform stuff these days, and Omega had his shirt tucked in. You see the college players, they're able to tuck in their jerseys, but definitely at the youth level and at the high school, that's something that they're against. I'm not sure how much that revolves around safety. I can't see that a tucked jersey would eliminate injuries, but yeah, they're heavy on that. Also on covering the kneecaps.
So there is the snap, and got about 5 yards. So it'll be about second down, about 10 yards for that first.
That's Joe Navarez. New addition to the backfield for the Wildcats.
Second down.
Come out in the empty look, 5 receivers out.
In the backfield, there's a snap. And where was he throwing that one?
He was throwing it right to the spot where Caden me say his name again. Caden Saipo Capena Sato. That's the second time that kid should have had a pick. I was thrown right into his area. Didn't come up with that.
Well, that brings up a 3rd down and 10. El Camino with the ball. And
looks like some more movement on the Wildcats line.
Another flag on the play. They're going to go back 5 more yards.
Jamison Garrison causing a little bit of ruckus there in the trenches, getting them to jump off sides. Brings up a 3rd and 15 for the Wildcats.
Ball now spotted at about the 18-yard line of El Camino. Snap, dropping back. Gonna run with it again. Not getting very far. That's gonna bring up 4th down. And by the way, you are watching KOCT Sports Live. KOCT is working in partnership with Oceanside Unified School District and the El Camino broadcast, ECTV. KOCT is mentoring students. They are here tonight in the sidelines, working and with the production crew to help produce this broadcast tonight. Great job by everybody.
El Camino unable to get the ball moving. Hezekiah Wells on the stop for the Pirates, wearing the Mr. Oceanside 0.
There is a short kick. Took a good bounce though, so about 38, 39-yard line. Oceanside's going to take it up right there, and we have a little bit of disagreement in the field. Well,
so interesting fact, in addition to the El Camino sideline reporters, they're actually serving as camera men and women for tonight's broadcast as well.
Super. Thank you very much. Here we go with a snap. Pirates running up. And maybe a gain of 3 yards. I mean, let's face it, it takes a lot to put this on, a broadcast like this. And, you know, everybody's doing a great job. KOCT, fabulous. El Camino students helping out here, fabulous.
Speaking of fabulous, that was Nekele Tuli picking up about 5 yards.
Ooh, look at that.
Pass completed to Noel Hernandez for about a 10-yard gain, giving them a 1st down. And we got to start to have the conversation of, you know, who are we looking at for KOCT player of the game. Nekele Tuli has about 12 carries right now in the game. And S.J. Pomele has that 32-yard touchdown with a couple other carries. Those two definitely in the conversation early on.
Run right up the middle. Started at the 24-yard line, got down to about 22 or 23.
It's a handoff to Exodus Taele. It's about a 2-yard gain. Looks like things getting a little bit chippy down there in the trenches. Lincoln Miguel doing the smart move, putting his hands up and eliminating himself from that. Heads up play by the 4-star recruit.
So here we are, 2nd down. I'm looking down with the fog. It's hard to see. Off to the right, wide open. Oh. Wide open, number 32 for the Pirates. Had the ball, it popped up, and he dropped it.
Pass incomplete, intended for Exodus Taele. Bacanero, pretty shifty back there in the pocket. Able to get out, get himself a little bit of space. Tyler just unable to come up with it. Brings up a 3rd down and 9 for the Pirates.
Here we go. Here's a snap, handoff, going to the left side, right into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates.
S.J. Pomele.
How'd you say that?
S.J. all the way, Pomele from 22 yards out. Gets his 2nd touchdown of the game. By the time that kid graduates, man, he's going to be a legend over here in Oceanside. He already was a legend. Growing up, you know, playing youth sports over here, he's always been like that dude on the team. That dude that you can just give the ball to, and he's just going to be electric with the ball in his hands. Take it, he did have some good blocking over there. As soon as he hit that seam, man, you could just call it. That's house call. Like Sean Salisbury used to do back in the day. Hey, house call.
And he's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. They got 4 sophomores that are dogs. Actually, they got a couple more. Just those 4 played varsity last year. They got some in the trenches. And, man, they're looking to bring Oceanside back again.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been 5 years since they won this. You know, they had some years where they were rebuilding. I think that a lot, like I said, went into a couple of classes coming on up that built the chemistry together. I referenced that running Pirates team that was led by Coach Vienna, and then that 760 team that was led by Sete and Fale Pomele, and you could just see the benefits of that coming into play with this Pirates offense.
Extra point kick is up. And it's good.
That's Kaimani Nua.
So we got 6 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter, and it is Oceanside 14, El Camino 0.
El Camino needs to find something here, you know, find something to go to. Probably getting the ball back into the hands of Omega.
And let me tell you, Oceanside has over 600 varsity football wins since its first season in 1926. Do you remember 1926?
I don't.
No.
I don't. I think I took a history class of the 30s through the 80s. I can't recall 26. That might have even been before my history class.
No, I meant, do you recall when you were 26?
Oh, that was a good year.
Uh-huh. Kickoff. Wow, look at this. Wildcats breaking away down to the 45-yard line of the Pirates. Now that's the way to come back from somebody else scoring a touchdown.
That was that dude, right? I mean, that's Omega Cruz. They put the ball in. That's about a 50-yard gain. I don't know if I see a flag down there. My eyes ain't the greatest. I'm definitely not 26 no more. But, yeah, they're going to bring that back.
Oh, they're bringing it back.
They're going to bring that back.
Wow.
26 was a good year, though, man. 26 was a good year. I got married.
So after that, we're going to go down to Stacy Hardcastle down on the sidelines. Let's take it away.
Hi, this is Leslie Garcia here with KOCT TV on the El Camino sidelines.
Hi, this is Joshua from EC at KOCT and from the EC sidelines, and I'm here with.
Hi, I'm Stacy Hardcastle. I am the advisor of the CTE Arts and Media program here at El Camino. We teach TV, film, and broadcast journalism. We're here tonight because we are partnered with KOCT to have our students be filming. So behind the scenes and right next to me, we've got students from El Camino High School who are here learning about broadcast journalism. We are so grateful to KOCT for this amazing opportunity for our students. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We really appreciate it.
Okay, and how does it feel like to be teaching ECTV and
I love teaching you guys. Teaching is the greatest thing ever. It's it's the best kept secret. Seriously, there is so much joy in waking up every day and seeing your shining faces and knowing that we're going to get into something that you love, something that's fun, something that's exciting. We're just super grateful to be in such a great community as well. Oceanside is so supportive, and it's so great to have KOCT in our backyard.
Thank you, Stacey, for having us.
Thank you, Stacey.
It's all good. Have a great day, guys. Take care.
Now we're back. So what do we have? We have here it's so hard to I think it's third down to about 5 yards. El Camino. Third and 5. Wasserman back. Looking for the snap. Here it is. Somebody moved. I think it was on El Camino. Yep, looks like movement on the line. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. As we're live here on KOCT for football night between the Wildcats and the Pirates. 3rd and 10. Wasserman back. Trying to draw him off a little bit. Didn't work. There's the snap. Going to throw it on the field. If he isn't tackled in the back, and he is. That's a loss at the 5-yard line of the Wildcats.
Easy Tokyo, the Washington commit, comes up with a sack. And that dude definitely has to have the biggest cheering section here in the stadium. That dude is just like one of the kids that, you know, just gets love from everybody. He's a very lovable kid, man. You see the crowd totally engaged in that dude.
So he's going to the Huskies?
He's going to the Washington Huskies. Started off at St. Augustine, transferred back, wanted to put on for the city, and definitely has done so. And congratulations to that kid and his family picking up a big-time scholarship.
There's a punt. Hits at the 38, grabbed, and nowhere. Well, actually dropped back to the 43-yard line.
On the tackle for the Wildcats is number 24, Brandon Williams, a sophomore DB for the Wildcats.
If you're just joining us live, third quarter. Just under 4 minutes left in this third quarter, and it's 14-0 in favor of the Pirates. Pirates have the ball at the 43-yard line. Here's a snap going up the middle. A lot of room to the 35, 34-yard line of the Wildcats. They've been going up the middle a lot.
Yeah, when you got a line like that, why not? You know, Neke Latuli, great vision, running behind this line right here. We just going to name them off. Lincoln Mangel, Spartan Laie, Letoa Wong, Lotu Selmalo, and Jamison Garrison open up the holes for the sophomore running back.
First, actually second down. And they're not getting anything with that. So we had a second and about 5. Now we're at about 7.
Neke Latuli unofficially, I got him at about 90 yards right now. Coming into this game was averaging just under 100 yards per game. And unofficially, you know, I'm not an official stats person, but got him at about 90 yards.
And by the way, it's 3rd and 7. I said 2nd and 7, but I was just testing Josh. 3rd and 7. Here we go. Snap. A toss, sideline, caught. Down to about the 27-yard line. So that should move the stakes, the markers here. 1st and 10, Pirates. Under 2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter.
They're going to move the chains, and I want to say that that was either Noel Hernandez or number 28, Carter Stanton, on the reception for the Pirates.
1st and 10. Another snap, handoff, caught behind the line of scrimmage, a great tackle. And that was a loss of quite a few yards.
That's number 43 for the Wildcats. And I don't think I have him on the roster either. But I'm going to take a guess that that's Nehemiah Fasua, because I hear people yelling, Nehemiah, good job.
Okay, we're at 2nd down, just about 20 to go for the Pirates. Pass up the middle, dropped. By the way, you can follow KOCT at KOCT Television on Instagram and at KOCT TV on Facebook to stay well informed and actively engage with stories and issues that affect our everyday lives.
That was Malachi Misa on the coverage for the Wildcats.
Can you hear any screaming?
I can hear just a little bit. We on this Wildcat sideline, I tell you, man, it's packed over here. And you can hear everything. So know that if you hear a 4-letter word, it's not coming from us. It might be coming from right down below.
And there's a pass, and he's going 20-yard line down to about the 15. I think that's close to a 1st down.
They threw a screenplay to Easy Tokyo, probably about a 12-yard gain. Easy's a dual threat. You know, you'll see him at outside linebacker, DN, but can also come in and play that H-back tight end role, has a size for it for sure. Has a touchdown on the year as well.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter coming up with the score, 14-0. Oceanside Pirates over the home team, El Camino Wildcats.
Just seems like this game is flying by. You know, it's already the 4th quarter, 14-0. And just to visit back some of the games that we had earlier this week, beginning with the freshman team, they played last night on Wednesday, and Oceanside won 49-6 behind freshman coach Alderez Siatin. And then the JV team earlier today came out victorious, 31-9. And I believe the JV team is led by Ben Ratcliffe. Oceanside looking for the trifecta sweep of all 3 games this week for the rivalry contest.
We're starting the 4th quarter right now. The Pirates on the move, getting ready to score. Here we go. Running in, all the way in. Down to about the 3-yard line. Oceanside. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal. All right, let's go down to the sidelines.
Hi, it's Joshua from EC. I'm here with KOC TV, and I'm here at the EC sidelines. I'm here with
Gabriela Cabrera, student athletic trainer.
London Brown, student athletic trainer.
So what do you guys do here?
As student athletic trainers, we help with first aid on student athletes, and we also help with physical rehabilitation.
Yeah, we do that, and we like to emulate certain jobs that you can get as an actual professional athletic trainer in like the NFL or the NPA, such as on-field medical personnel, even to simple stuff as filling up sideline water, and we love it.
So, what is the most stressful part of a game day for you guys?
I think the most stressful part would be when something happens, like an injury, and we don't know what it is. We don't know like what's going on yet, and we have to wait for our athletic directors, our trainers to assess the situation.
Exactly. This can be really, job can really entail anything. We see all kinds of stuff. And it's really about being prepared. And we like chaos, so we love doing it. So if you like chaos.
Alrighty, this is Joshua. I'm sending it back to Josh and John.
All right, well, the Pirates just scored a touchdown, and I don't know what that was, but it might have been a two-pointer.
That was a two-point conversion, so it was a busted play. We call that fire in ours, special teams. Kaimani Nua ends up getting the pitch from the holder, decides to pitch it back very much rugby style, which Nua plays in the offseason, and then they convert it with number 7, Cam Saul, also one of their receivers, for a two-point conversion for Oceanside.
And all I got to say, Josh, is not that it makes any difference because everybody should be able to see if they're watching on TV, but as we're up here in the press box looking down, and what we have is pretty good fog right now, and how you can see the numbers, I don't know. I used to be there. That's a good job. Oh, yeah. So right now, 11 minutes left. The kickoff is coming, and it's 22-0. Pirates grabbed at the 10, coming to the 20, 25, 30, 35-yard line, returned by the Wildcats. And was there a drop ball? I don't know, but they're fighting for the ball. Football players will do that.
And just to give you a background, we were going through that sideline report, but what led to that two-point conversion was about a 3-yard run by Neke Latuli, inserting his name into the KOCT player of the game conversation. So some unofficial stats, if I could show you my math, is we got about 14 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown for Neke Latuli. And then as we look at SJ Pomele, 6 carries for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. And when you're on the other sideline looking at that, you're like, man, I got 2 more years of this. These dudes just coming and putting it on. And so, you know, it goes through these peaks and valleys. All right, I mean, we were naming off what the record had looked like before. Coming into this game, it was 24-24.
And the Wildcats have won the last 5 years. And what just happened right now was there's a penalty on that return. So they're back to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. El Camino dropping back to pass. Off to the side, dropped, really just overthrown a little bit. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Pass was intended for Mael Willingham. On the coverage was Akil Hearn and Micah Falatoy. Micah Falatoy has a cast on his arm. One of their defensive captains, a senior for the Pirates. His dad, Junior Falatoy, also on the coaching staff. It looks like number 5 also has a cast on for the Pirates.
Snap right up the middle, a toss, 30-yard line, and should be for a 1st down.
That was to Omega Cruz. Looks like about a 10-yard gain, giving a 1st down to the Wildcats. Wildcats very much still on the prowl in this 2025 version of the Oceanside City rivalry game. Fog has set in, but you still see the sidelines are completely packed. The community is out here. I'm loving it. The fans You know, it's kind of like that Texas atmosphere, you know, where the whole city comes out, and that's what we got going on today.
Right. And there was a toss, incomplete. And by the way, earlier you were talking, if Oceanside wins this game, what would happen at the end of the season? Do they have another game next week?
So, no, playoffs would start, and, you know, the CIF committee is going to get together and do the seedings. But a win tonight would take them out of that 4th place slot, which would have put them up against Point Loma, that is undefeated this year and has a victory over Cathedral. Cathedral came up with a big win last week over Lincoln. Lincoln was ranked nationally, and then end up losing to Cathedral behind a strong play from a kid named Honor Falave.
Well, as Wasserman dropped back, he ran into some action from Pirates over there on defense.
You know, and it's interesting. You know, I think that the Wildcats still have a chance to get in. Last year, there was a CIF champion that I want to say went into the playoffs defeated. You know, so at some point, you know, it might be some strategy to kind of get a loss here and there in order to get in. I heard about one high school that people thought that they did that last year. I doubt that. Hobbs ain't like that. You know, I couldn't see him wanting to give up a loss in anything. That dude want to win at checkers.
Wasserman going to the right-hand side, and came up short to about 38-yard line.
That should bring up a 4th down for the Wildcats. And, you know, at this point, you know, the Pirates really looking at this time with the victory close in hand with the 22-0 lead. You know, they want to ensure that their players lead this game without injuries. I think that the entire community doesn't want any more injuries. As we mentioned at the beginning of the game, the Wildcats without 2 of the Senga boys, Micah and Blake. And I would tell you, I came to the Helix game at the beginning of the year, and I was telling folks that this El Camino team was, man, looking like a CIF contender, and a huge game behind Micah Senga. I mean, that kid had like 3 touchdowns on offense. I want to say he had like a pick 6 in that game, but, you know, to see him not able to participate in this game his senior year, as well as Blake, I think that they've been figures on this varsity team for 3 years. It's just tough, man. It's just tough. You don't want to wish that on nobody. And for them to miss this city rivalry game's got to just pinch at the heart.
Well, we got a 4th down. Ball is spotted at the 37-yard line for the Wildcats. And we got a punt coming up. A little under 10 minutes left here in the game. Coming to you live on KOCT.
Back to return for the Pirates. You got Michael Falatoy and S.J. Pomela.
There's the boot. He did not call a fair catch with about 5 guys in front of him.
It's like, no, I'm trying to get this money, coach. You know, in Pop Warner, we got this thing called the mercy rule. So if you go up by 30, then you got to make some substitutions. SJ thinking that, hey, man, my time might be limited here in the game. Let me try to get mine whatever way I can.
So here we go. 1st and 10, 30-yard line for the Pirates. Snap, handoff, swinging to the right, and of a gain of about 7 yards, 6, 7 yards. Good run.
6, 7. That was to Noel Hernandez on the carry, their slot. for the Pirates. I mean, it is getting more and more difficult to see through this fog. But the Pirates looking to control it on the ground and just kind of chip away at this clock.
There's a snap, handoff, going right side once again. And where did they stop him at?
That's Exodus Taele gets enough for a first down for about a 5-yard gain for the sophomore.
1st and 10. No, just shy. Or is it 1st and 10?
1st and 10.
First and 10 now for the Pirates in the 4th quarter. Handoff right up the middle and a gain of a couple of yards.
That's Exodus Taele. He's going to run right behind Lotu Selmalo. Selmalo from up here looked like 6'3", 6'4", 3+. Just a monster over there. Like I said, they got some big dogs on this O-line, man. When I describe this team, hey, they're big and deep with talent.
Here we go with 2nd down, handoff, swinging to the left, and there's plenty of space there, going almost to the 40-yard line of the Wildcats.
I was Kamani Nua on about let's go with an 18-yard gain. What you might not have seen in the fog was Easy Tokyo just coming out and delivering a blow over there on the edge, just opening up that lane for the West Point product.
So 1st and 10, Pirates. 40-yard line. On the move, keeping it on the ground. Clock is ticking, coming up on 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. There's a snap and a handoff, and he slipped. So that's going to drop back about 5 yards.
Neke Latuli on the run. Look like he just lost his footing just a little bit. Neke Latuli comes from a deep family as well. He had an uncle that went to RBV, and his pops and his other uncle played at Carlsbad Lancers. They all look familiar. I got this kid named Cassius Latuli. He look just like Neke.
Pass downfield, and it was dropped.
Pass was intended for SJ. Looked like it got lost in the fog.
Yeah. And that was a surprise move, surprised everybody.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see the ball down there. I know we can't. We're really doing a lot off of the ref spotting. But so far in the game, that's got to be my lead for the KOCT player of the game, SJ Pomele, with the 2 touchdowns. One in the first half and one here in the second half. Just explosive as almighty.
Here we go. Next play, gonna pass it. And it's hard to see.
Yeah. We heard a comment from one of these El Camino fans, just run the dang ball. Yeah, 'cause I don't think they can see the ball up in the air.
So it looks like we're gonna have a punt. It'll get lost in the fog.
Yeah. Back to return for the Wildcats is Anthony Senga, the senior. It's going to be hard to catch that snap, too.
Yeah. And there's a stop on the field. Okay, ref is. Oh, they're resetting the clock. .557. They reset the clock. 6 minutes left in the game. The snap comes back. He caught it. Here's a punt. Good luck. And what happened to that? Did he drop it or did they just let it go?
It looked like it got touched because they were going after the ball aggressively after that, like they were going to recover it.
But they're not saying anything, so where is it, back on the 2-yard line or something? By the way, you are watching KOCT Sports Live through the fog. I'm John Trade J. Jednak along with Joshua Galeai, who has all the facts. Here we go, the play. And is there a throw up field? Looks like it. Incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for them Wildcats. 5.5 minutes left in this game. So it looks like we're down on the 5-yard line. 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Wildcats with the ball. Something happened. Did somebody move? Pirates are walking back. It must have been against them. Probably a little intrusion on the front line there. So now we're going to have a 2nd and 5 for El Camino. Here's the snap, dropping back. Wasserman. Some kind of pass, and it must have been caught.
Yeah, it looks like he threw a screen play.
Very tough for us to see from here on the field
Yeah.
as the fog thickens.
I want to say that the screenplay was to Jono Navarez out of the backfield.
So we have 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Back in the shotgun, maybe pass, maybe run, and got about 5 yards. So we're coming up on 2nd down. Four minutes left. So here we go with the 2nd down. Dropping back to pass. Wasserman up the field. Almost picked off by the Pirates. That should bring up a 3rd down. In the fourth quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes left here at El Camino High School. So, looks like third down. Probably going to try another pass. Dropping back to throw. Was that a screen? And they did not make it to first down territory. So, we are going to have another punt. By the Wildcats. Clock is running now. Just moved under 3 minutes in this game.
Back to return for the Pirates, S.J. Pomele and Carter Stanton.
Here's the punt. It's caught, but looks like a fair catch call for right around the 41-yard line of the Pirates. So they will take over with about 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, they got to be looking to just come out and chip away and run the clock off.
Right.
I mean, they tried to pass earlier, man. Nobody can see the ball. I think it would just be wise to just hand it off to one of your dogs back there behind that big offensive line. Just get out of here.
Well, now they're bringing out some substitutes now. You know, you'd think this would be the time.
Yeah, it looks like El Camino has some subs in there. We definitely got some different DBs and linebackers in there.
Going to run with the ball and maybe get about 3 yards to about the 43-yard line. Clock is running. Fourth quarter. In these classic games between El Camino and Oceanside. You said it's tied at 24 each.
Now, with this game, it's about to be 25-24. In at running back for the Pirates is Kasane Barrington. I believe Sane is a junior. And he plays all over the field. D-line, fullback, and guard. John's giving out candy over here. I just got to seize candy.
It's Halloween tomorrow.
I didn't even have to say trick or treat, man. I just got it.
I don't know. Somebody walked up with candy. What am I going to do? Ignore it?
Oh, man, I'll take it. I'll take it for later.
Okay, and let's see. We're at a minute 15. Here in this fourth quarter, we have a solid 22-0 lead. These Pirates going to pick up win number 25 tonight in this series with El Camino. And now we're under a minute. And if they do snap, it'll just be take a knee, I'm sure. This game is coming to an end. Got some fireworks going off. 30 seconds left. And we're going to see them taking a knee, I'm sure. Because this game is coming to an end, and that's it. Last 10 seconds. This game, win number 25 in this series for the Oceanside Pirates tonight, 22-0. Great game. Great action between both of these teams once again. Wildcats have won the last 5 games, but that run is now over. 22-0 by Oceanside. And what we're going to get ready to do now is just a couple of minutes, we are going to head down to the field and we're going to find out who the player of the game is. And Joshua Galai is on his way down to the field, and that's what we are going to find out. And if you're looking down at the field right now, you see these two teams shaking hands. And you can really say between these two teams, everybody knows each other, basically, or knows somebody in the family. So even though when they get down to the field on a day like today, they come out to win, there's still a lot of closeness between all of these people. If you haven't heard it before, this game tonight on KOCT has been, these two schools are only 4 miles apart. So they're neighbors. And this year's rival football game is being recorded, broadcast live on KOCT Channel 18, streaming worldwide. But the Voice of North County, your local Oceanside channel, the rival game will be aired for the whole month of November. What you saw today on KOCT Channel 18 and at KOCT.org. So here we go. Let's go down and find out who's the player of the game.
I'm here with S.J. Pomela, tonight's player of the game. 6 carries, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns in the city rivalry. So, S.J., growing up in Oceanside, you had to have thought about this moment. How does it feel to end the 5-year drought of Oceanside beating El Camino?
Yes, sir. Ever since I was born, my family's born to that. So, I'm really happy. We worked our ass off. I've been working ever since I was a kid. I already knew I was coming to Oceanside since I was a little boy. So you already know it's great. 6-year drought. We just ended that.
Big time. What were you thinking about when you were heading towards the end zone?
Man, deuces. See that score? We out of there. But really good blocking from everybody. So I can't do anything without the linemen.
They took the score down real quick. But what do you guys have to do to prepare for the playoffs?
Maybe we just gotta do more on every part. When it comes to catching, we just gotta do our part, and when it comes to blocking, we gotta do a part, and just watch our penalties. We just gotta keep working.
Look for big things from this kid, a legend in the making in Oceanside. Congratulations to our 2025 KOCT Player of the Game, S.J. Pomela.
That's it. One more time, one more year, right here on KOCT, and you can catch it for the next month. And just want to thank everybody for the great job that was done here today by all of the KOCT staff, and of course with the El Camino students that were involved with some of the cameras, the reporting down on the side. Another fabulous game, another great way for us to enjoy this day. So I'm John Chednak. Want to thank you once again, and we'll be seeing you again next year right here, KOCT.